Hi, fellow historians. This is Sandy Carlisle, and I'm your state TRTA state historian this year. I'm getting ready to make a quick little video for you on how to make a PowerPoint slide that you will be submitting to your district historian this fall, which will go on to the state level so that we can include it in a slide, into a big memory book slide that we're going to be showing at the state convention. Now, I know that many of you are familiar with PowerPoint, but maybe it's been a while since you've been able to use it, so you've gotten a little rusty. So I'm going to show you really quickly what I do when I'm trying to make these slides. Now, I just go ahead and click on this title and move it up, get it up on top, and then I'm going to get rid of this. Just click on it and hit delete. I prefer to start with a blank screen, or perhaps just this one with the title. Now, in the instructions, it's going to say as long as you're typing at 20 points or higher, you're good. Now, here you can look up here and see it's 44. So we're good to go. We'll leave it like that unless we need to make it smaller, and then we can. So I'm going to use my District 10 as an example. So, District 10 officers. And this is what you'll need to do for each slide. You'll write one that will say the name of your local officers, and then the second slide will be the name of your local committee chairs. Okay? Now, we can leave it like this, very simply, or you can go up here and change the font. One of my favorite ones is Jester, so I can type that in, it'll pop up, I can do that, and there we go. Alright, now, I am going to come up here, see we're on the home section of the menu. We're going to come to insert, because I'm going to go out and find a picture that I want to use that I have on my hard drive. So click on picture, and then your hard drive comes up. So bear with me because I've got a ton of stuff here. Let me find what I want. Okay, I'm going to use this picture of our officers that was taken actually at the last fall convention where we were introducing people. Now, I think I'm going to make it a little smaller. Come up here to this corner and grab it and pull down, okay? You don't want to go in like this because look what happens. Makes them look very thin, which might be kind of fun. Some people might appreciate that, like me. Okay, let's make this a little bit smaller. And we're going to click on, I'm going to pull this down somewhat, and then I'm going to grab it and move it up a little higher. I think that's probably better. Move this up. You know, you just click on it, you can move it around, do whatever. Okay, now let's see. Let's go over back to insert. And this was where we clicked on this icon to get the picture, but if you scroll over this way, you'll come to a text box. Click on that, and then wherever you want to start writing, go ahead and click. Now, this is where you write in the names. Mary Helen Cornish. Sorry, computer. Oh, sorry, y'all. So Mary Helen is on the left. Then, you know, you just go ahead and write in, obviously the folks you've got here. I'm sorry, I apologize. Okay, I wanted to show you. What you do is it'll just keep writing and writing off the page, so you can just go ahead and pull this around wherever you want. You know, if you decide you want this to be over here, you know, or however you want to do it, or if you decide after you get too many words, then you can hit enter, you know, move it down. If you highlight and come over here, then it will center it for you, which, you know, is kind of a nice look. As long as it is 16 or higher, we're in good shape. And, you know, if you can get it bigger, then that's even better. The other thing that you can do that's kind of nice is if you come up to this and you hover, you can see it says font color. So what if we want it to be blue? Well, it's kind of light, isn't it? You can't really see that very well. So let's go down and do a really dark blue. And let's say I want this to be the same color. Okay, I think ooh, that's nice. I like that actually. I think I'm gonna, maybe this is the same color, but I'm gonna hit bold. Okay, so we can see it better. The other thing that I think, now this is, you know, this is really all that's going to be required of you. You know, this is really all that you need to do. Just, you know, have the name, the officers, you know, explain who they are. But if you want to just have it a little bit more attractive, like if you double click, make sure you double click, and then you're going to see all these choices up here of different formats, okay? And you click on there and look, there's many choices. So this is kind of a fun one to do like that. And if you hover, it'll show you what it looks like. You know, those are kind of cool, aren't they? You know, so you can play around with it, pick one. The only thing is that some of them make the picture a little bit blurry. You know, you kind of lose the clarity, so you have to be careful when you're choosing them. Like, for example, this, you know, see, you kind of lose the clarity on that one and this one. But for some odd reason, this one comes out pretty nice. Now, the other thing you can do, and you remember you have to go back and click on it, is do double click so that the format comes up. Then come up to where it says picture border. Okay? Now, I can, look at that, change the color of the border to whatever I want. So this way it all kind of flows, goes together. Now, here's one other thing you might want to do, you know, just for fun. Go along here to where it says design. Okay, come all the way down to the end where it says background style. See that up here to the right? Okay, I'm going to click on that. I use black quite a bit. That looks really good, doesn't it? That's sharp. I love that. But you can also go down here where it says format backgrounds. Okay, I'm going to move this over. And solid fill is good. Now this is one of my favorites. I just want to show you that one is I use quite a bit. But go back up to solid fill, go in, and I would probably try to pick one that looks a little bit like maybe a khaki, because I think that's kind of neat the way that picks up, you know, what Woody is wearing and then this. I think that's kind of nice. Now if I should decide I don't want it quite that dark, look at this. Isn't this cool? Yay. I love this, you know, this little transparency button. There's so many really cool things that you can do with just a plain PowerPoint slide. So anyway, we will want you all to send in a picture of officers and then a picture of your committee chairs this fall. So be thinking, looking through and seeing what pictures you have already, and if you don't, then make that a priority at your first two meetings, or perhaps at your fall convention. So now I want to show you some, I'm not going to save this, but I want to show you some examples, because I love examples. I learn by examples, actually. So bear with me a minute while I get this going. Now, these are the Garland officers. Okay, very, you know, straight to the point. And this is, you know, this is fine to turn in. Here's one that said District 1 officers, you know, very clear cut. They added a border on theirs. Looks very sharp, and look how nice they look. Very clear. Now, our state historian, it was probably our state historian who added the heart. It might have been District 1 historian who did that. But don't add any hearts for the one this year because we will have a different theme. So not sure yet what it's going to be. So probably not any clip art would be good. Okay, the Katy area put their little logo up here on top. That's a very cool thing to do. This chapter put their officers, but one of them was missing, and so they imported a little small picture of her, and floated it on top. Their parliamentarian was in there, so then they put her name in her title. So that's kind of a neat way to do it, isn't it? Instead of just listed at the bottom, they put the names, and you can do that with your text box, and just, keep adding text boxes and move them around till it works right. And they didn't even do a group shot. They wanted to do all individual pictures, and say who it was underneath it, and then they used a big frame around it. And look at this one. That's cool, isn't it? Because they took their individual pictures and then did the oval shape around them first. Then used the rectangular shape and then put their text box on top of that. Whoa, and this one, let's see, this is what you can do when you have so many committee chairs, but you don't have like a group shot of them, or there's something about the group shot you don't like. You can find different individual shots and do this. Here's another one that is visually very attractive. This is one that I actually did of our Frisco committee chairs, but I didn't send this one in to state. This was, I just posted on our website. And, so I just listed, who they all were here. And, of course, here's a group shot, but then I put, some nicer close-up shots of them all around. Now, the last couple of ones here are, look like they're from scrapbooks that the historian had made. And then she just took the scrapbook and, laid it out on a white paper and then scanned it, turned it into a JPEG, which either she imported onto a PowerPoint or likely the district historian or one of her friends, someone, had imported it from there. And this is another one that I thought looked like a scrapbook that was very attractive. This is great. This works really well. One last one I was going to show you, and this is just what I did with the picture that I started out with of our officers. I did this just for our web page. This is not to submit, but a variation of this could be used too. You could have your group shot and then have some individual shots of your folks and have their name, and of course I would need to add their title here. But anyway, I just wanted you to get an idea, get comfortable, see what you can do, and like I said, you can do a basic group shot, or if you're comfortable with PowerPoint and you have fun, then you can do more. You can do as little or as much as you want to do when you're getting these slides together to send to us. So good luck. I hope you have fun, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you. Bye-bye.